So welcome back, drifters. Today I've actually got some really good news. I just got word that they're doing Club Loose on May 24th, so you know what that means? Drift prep, baby. So this car has been sitting since the last time we finished it, and one thing I need to address is this massive oil leak I have inside the cabin. And it's all from this little guy down here. Yeah, that's a lot of oil. There shouldn't be that much oil sitting inside the cabin. That's a huge fire hazard. And the last thing I want is a fire when I'm going down the track, especially in the cabin where I'm going to be sitting. I was going over some of the rules and I found out that actually something I installed a while back is way outside regulation and I need to fix it, and we're going to either reinstall it somewhere else at a later time or I'm just going to get rid of it altogether. It's called an Accusump. So this is my Accusump, and as you can see where it's located, not ideal. If this thing was to explode in the middle of a race or something like that, if we're drifting, hot oil is just going to go spraying everywhere. But one of the big issues was I noticed that this little relief valve down here is leaking a little bit of oil. So that's a sign that there may be something going on with this. So either way, this is going to have to come out. I've just got the hose running through there, out through the firewall, and then it runs up to this hose right here. So this little splice here is for the oil cooler, so I'm going to have to find a way to make this fit. Basically, we're going to remove the Accusump and then splice into it for our oil cooler. So we're still going to have the oil cooler, but no more Accusump, at least not for right now. So yes, that's the main focus. But the first things first, we need to drain that oil. So I got to turn the valve on to make sure all the fluid gets drained out before I drain the oil. Since I don't have a creeper, I like just using a little piece of cardboard. Works just as well to keep all the dirt off your back. And if you've never changed oil before, it's pretty simple. Usually it's just one bolt and one filter. Whew. Oh, that's not good. So if you can see there's just a little bit of fuzzies on there. I mean, this engine's still technically being broken in, but I would prefer there to be nothing on there, but what are you gonna do? All right, we'll just pop that thing on there with a new gasket. We should be good to go. All right, cool, we're on there. Woo! All right, so now all I'm gonna do is unhook this little thing down here, and then we'll start draining whatever oil's left, and hopefully it's not a lot. I'm just gonna use a little piece of Tupperware to catch whatever oil comes out. Hopefully it's no more than this. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Okay, good. There's not much. This looks way worse than it actually is. Now I'm just removing the check valve, which is an important piece for the, ooh, there's a lot of oil. It's an important piece for the Accusump. So I don't want to get rid of it. I want to hold on to this. So I got these things off, but unfortunately I don't have a cap and I don't have a way to join them. I have this union, but I don't have a way to connect it. So I'm gonna have to hope that I can take out that long hose and splice it in where the other hose is. That way I just have one solid connection, but we'll see when we get that out. That's what we're doing next. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this thing, I'm gonna unhook up here and I'm gonna undo this line and run it all the way out. I'm gonna get something to catch as much of this oil as I possibly can though, because there could be some residual in here and we don't want anything dripping out of here because, I mean, I've already got a puddle, but I don't want to. There she goes. Ooh, okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not ideal. This is kind of a nightmare. Oof, just flinging oil all over the place. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to go get that bucket. Look at all that oil, Jesus. Come on. Okay. Oh, fuck, what the fuck? Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, fuck. Jesus Christ. This hose is irritating me. Okay, we should be good. So I just need to get the rest of the hose out. It's got this little thermal protection. I'm going to take that off and then try to feed it through the firewall. So one thing I need to do is remove this piece here because this is not going to fit through the firewall. So I'm going to take this piece off and then we should be able to slide it out. So these little connectors here can be kind of a pain in the ass. I'm just going to use 2 of these big Berthas and we're just going to try to get it out of here without breaking it too bad. Normally you'd want to use a nice soft wrench, but you know, I just care that it works. Oh fuck, here we go. Oh man, that thing is cranked on there. There we go. Whew. Oh fuck, I just spilled my oil everywhere. Shit. Damn it. I am always screwing something up, I tell you what. Oh boy. That is a oily rag. What's the point in trying to be clean at this point? Honestly. Alright, there's one piece out. There we go. Alright, now we can get this thing out all the way and hopefully salvage this puppy. Ah, fuck, that's a mess. This is what happens when you're not careful. Oh boy. Alright, so now I'm just gonna snake that thing out. Alright, looks like we finally got this sucker out all the way. Whew. And now I'm just gonna cut this hose to fit where the other two were, so that way we only have one hose running into the oil cooler. Well, we'll have an in and an out, but instead of splicing them together, that should work. So this should be plenty of hose. So I'm gonna take this off and then we'll get the other hose made and put it on there. Cool. All right. Should be able to pull this line out. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. There we go. Got it. So all I'm gonna do now is just take some brake cleaner into this hose to get out any of that oil that's stuck in there. Shouldn't take too long to do, but I just wanna make sure that we don't have anything stuck in there when we go to take cutoff wheel to it and then we have a fire. Don't want a fire, that's not good. That should do it. So now all I'm doing is I'm laying out the hoses next to each other. I know that these two combined were a little bit longer than I needed, so I'm just gonna get this close, and then I'm gonna mark this hose right up here where I need to do the cut. And then I'll go cut that little bit off and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go do it. Now the whole reason I'm using tape here is because that's gonna help keep this thing from fraying when I go to cut it. Should look a little something like that. All right, so I'm just gonna try to make this cut real quick. We're gonna go as straight as we possibly can. You don't want it cockeyed or anything like that, otherwise it's just not gonna sit right and it might leak. And if you know me, I hate leaks. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna clean up any of the rough edges with the snips and we should be good to go. So now y'all get to have the fun of watching me install one of these things. They are a total pain in the ass. Got it. So these things are a pain in the ass, but all you gotta do is you basically lube this up with some oil. Luckily this thing's soaked in it. You shove it into the hole and you hope it works, basically. So this little collar is the first one that goes on. It slides over it, and then once you get it completely bottomed out, then you take this one and you slam it in there, tighten it up real good, and it should be good to go. Hopefully we won't have any leaks, but we'll see. The one thing about using stainless steel braided line is that you always get a bunch of them in your fingers. It's very painful. But if you do it right, you might be able to get it without getting any. Oh my goodness, am I gonna do this without getting any on me? Holy crap, I did it. It's a miracle. So I don't know if you can see in there, but there it is. It's flush up against the top of that thing. And now is the fun part where we shove this piece inside there and try to force it together and then tightening it together. It is a beast. That's why it's real important this thing gets lubed up. So we'll see how it does. Should be fun. Guess I don't have any oil, so...
Nope.
I completely missed. Whoops. Normally you'd want to use a vise with some nice little squishy parts on there to keep it from screwing it up, but I just have a rag. Should be good enough. We'll see. That went in a little too smooth. That has me a little worried. Things never go this easy. Ah, there it is. Got the rag stuck in it. See? I knew it was going too easy. There we go. Okay. There she is. And that's a solid connection, so should be good to go. We're getting there. So I've been fighting with a wasp for the last 10 minutes, so I'm gonna try to get this in here before he tries to sting me again. And if he does, I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch. You don't fuck with me, wasp, I won't fuck with you. How about that? We'll make a deal. There we go. Now we just gotta do the back one and we should be good. So the only thing left to do after I get this thing tied up is just testing to make sure it doesn't leak and removing the Accusump. So we're almost there. Luckily getting the Accusump out is pretty damn easy. It's just a matter of getting these two clamps off. The only thing is I have them riveted in here, so I'm gonna have to drill those out. But then afterwards, all I'm gonna do is take this sucker out and then put some oil in it, and we should be able to take it for a little test drive just to make sure that everything's still working and that we're not leaking, because I don't want to button this thing all up and then have it pour oil everywhere, and next thing you know, blow the engine. So I'm just gonna get this done real quick. There we go. All right, beautiful. Now we should be able to get this out. Yep, all right, there she is. So I'm gonna go put this sucker in the garage. So now all I'm gonna do is try to drill out these rivets and we should be good to go. Broke my damn drill bit. That's what I get. Jesus. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal. There we go. Alright. Alright, I got them out. It just took me way longer than I thought they would. Those rivets were kind of a pain in the ass. What I had to do was just use a hammer and chisel and just knock the heads off and then use a punch to punch them out. But I got them, so we should be good. Now all I'm going to do is put some oil in the engine, start it up, make sure we don't have any leaks. And then if all's good, we'll take it for a quick little test drive and see if there's anything else going on. So, funny story. I didn't have any oil or oil filters, so it's a little bit later than what I had originally planned, but I picked one up. I like these Can-N filters mainly just because they got this nifty little nut on the bottom. They're kind of pricey, but if you had a choice between this and the Mobile One, it's literally like $1 more for this, so I just hopped for this. Plus, it's also got metal on the inside instead of those little paper filters, so not bad. Plus, if it's good enough for NASCAR, it's got to be good enough for my car. So now all I got to do is put this sucker up there, and we should be good to go. Alright, there we go. So I just want to make sure there's nothing up there. I'm going to clean it off a little bit, so that way once we start it, we can make sure that it's not leaking. So I'm going to go do that real quick, and hopefully, fingers crossed, no leaks. Almost forgot the most important part. The oil. I wish I knew why something so simple takes me so long to do. It just seems like it's just like my curse or something. I'm like, oh, it'll just take me a little while, but yet here I am, 9:30, and I'm still working. Yikes. There we go. Now I'll just go and crank this puppy up. Oh, Jesus. You didn't think I'd actually have the video there now, did you? Yeah, buddy. Well, so far the oil pressure's holding up real good. It feels real nice out to actually go for a drive. I might be yelling, but it's just because this car is so fucking loud. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm in an area where it's nice and dry. And we're going to get out and check and make sure this thing isn't leaking. Hopefully we should be fine. So I've been sitting here for a little bit and I don't see anything under there yet, so it's looking pretty good from what I can tell. But damn, do I love this car. I believe I was sitting out here recording all this stuff because I wanted to, you know, give you guys some good content. Some asshole in a donk drove by and it's like, huh, gay. I'm like, really, dude? I mean, at least come say it to my face. I mean, I'm standing right out here. It's cool and all, but I don't get why people gotta be such assholes sometimes. I guess it's the same as some people in YouTube comments. They're anonymous, so they say whatever they want, not worried about who it is that they, you know, potentially piss off. So I'm gonna start this baby up and get the hell out of here. I'm tired of being treated like shit by a bunch of idiots. Oh boy. We might be having an issue here, boys. Uh-oh. Well, I'm legit stuck out here. This thing won't start because the starter is overheating. I've got a heat soak problem. So it's looking like I might be in trouble too because my phone's about dead. So I sent a message out and hopefully I'll get a ride here soon. Otherwise, well, I'm gonna be in for a nice storm, it looks like, so what are you gonna do, you know? Man. Come on, baby. We need this to work. Please let this work. Oh, hey. Okay, we might be okay. Hang on a second. Okay, once this baby starts, we are just gonna have to go. Oh, please, please, please. Come on, baby. She almost did it. wanted that. Shuts off just right. So we know the timing's good, and it's definitely not a timing issue. I'll have to figure that out on another day, though. Well, the good news is we managed to get the Accusump out. Even though the car broke down on us and we got stuck for a little while, we still managed to get home. So I got a few issues we need to iron out here in the next couple days. That's going to be fixing the starter issue as well as the stumble that we get when we slightly get on the gas. I know it didn't seem like slightly, but that thing's got a lot of power. So, you know, sometimes the tires just like to break loose. Plus it's sitting on 225, so what are you going to do? So in the meantime, while I'm waiting on getting those parts and stuff so we can fix that, I managed to go and get some pulleys. So pretty soon I'm going to be working on a pulley video for the power rack. So for all those of you that have been sticking around for that, I'm going to have that coming up here pretty quick. There's only a few more little pieces I need to get, and then I should be able to film that and get that thing set up. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all in the next one. And just remember, keep it nice and easy.